One evening, I finally have enough money to buy a new phone I haven't changed in 4 years. That day, I realized, oh shit, I can play games on mobile phone again. I took my time surfing on Play Store, and there is this game called Arknights popping on my Play Store home screen. I never tried gacha games at the time. I only saw some of my friends playing anime games on their phone, which I assumed as gacha games. So I took a deep breath and clicked the install button, not knowing what I'm getting into. You know, since it's a gacha games, I kinda expect some action RPG stuff. Little did I know, it's a tower defense game, and I fucking love it. I am massive fans of the OG Plants vs Zombie as a kid. I even got the golden trophy, but sadly there was no tower defense game as memorable like the OG Plants vs Zombie when I grew up. Not even the sequels. That is how Arknights became my first ever gacha game that I actually played and instantly my favorite until today. Yeah, totally unbiased here. So yeah, Plants vs Zombies and waifu. You wouldn't see these two keywords collab until May 1st, 2019 when Hypergrip, Chinese developer and publisher, released Arknights. Arknights became quite a hit for bringing the gacha game circle into another level by making it a tower defense game. Arknights is well received among the gacha gamers and almost getting recognized by mainstream gamers. Almost. If only they give it a try in the first place. Thanks to the glorious advertisement. Well, COVID happens and Arknights has been stable in 2022. That until Genshin came out and became a massive sensation in the mainstream gamers. Which Arknights couldn't do that well, honestly. But I'm gonna say it. Arknights has been consistently a better game than Genshin. God help me because I couldn't stop dragging Genshin in every videos. The pure enjoyment in Arknights feels so much better than when I was playing Genshin. I am well aware that Genshin are so much better in production value and they've been quite revolutionary in terms of mobile game standard. But like any other games, just because they have bigger production doesn't mean they are a better game to enjoy. Like, you could say, I enjoy playing Tetris more than The Last of Us 2.
Guys, get this, it's gonna be so edgy. We'll have two girls having sex and smoking weed, and then right after, let's kill Joel! Ship it! Let's go, boys!
So, how come I enjoy Arknights more than Genshin? First, the genre kinda save Arknights. In the end, tower defense enjoyer will be always a hardcore player than action RPG enjoyer, because we feel like the smartest person in the world after finishing some stage. Well, until Kyostin Fear released a video using only free 3 stars operator, or some Chinese dude with only using 1 operator. Arknights game design is easier to satisfy players and easier for developers to fulfill that aspect. Just make a new stage, new story, new gimmick, new enemies, new operators, new BGM. And that's it. It sounds repetitive, but that is the point of the Arknights game design. Although I would say it's not as simple as that. But when other games like Genshin does it, they won't have easier time as Arknights. Secondly, the gacha in Arknights is still quote-unquote gacha, but not as punishing like a lot of previous gacha games. For example, it's not as hard as FGO, but not as boring as Genshin. The normal rate for a 6-star operators, the rarest grade, is 2% or normal gacha. After you pull 50 rolls, your chance of getting 6-star is increasing by 2% after each pull. And there is no guarantee you will get a specific operator through gacha. Let me tell you this, 2% is a lot. You are more likely to get 1 6-stars before you hit soft PT with average luck. And that sensation of getting 1 before PT is pure satisfaction. You couldn't do that more often in Genshin, because their 5-star rate is only 0.60%, which you couldn't rely on, and we most likely save our resource for guaranteed PT, which is boring. And unlike Genshin, there is no guarantee on specific operator through Arknights gacha, which is why having one specific operator that we want is the best feeling, especially through gacha. Well, there is also shop and recruit feature, where we can get specific operators through specific process, but they don't really use the gacha resources, which means our gacha can remain uninterrupted while we are chasing for specific operator that we want. Unlike Genshin, where we have to stop our gacha if we want to get specific character later on. But of course, all of these things I say doesn't apply to whales. There are some grind mechanics in Arknights, but they are just easy short AFK grind, and our daily productive life can remain uninterrupted from the grind. One thing I would like to praise about Arknights is the game has grind, RPG, and reward elements, which is quite common in mobile games these days, but only in Arknights. I played the game not for the reward or the grind, but for the actual gameplay enjoyment, especially after I reached endgame. Most likely thanks to the new game mode called Integrated Strategies, an event that is so good, it became a permanent mode, and I could spend whole days only to play that mode. Most gacha games struggle for endgame content. You just can't underestimate them. Which is why I think Arknights have one of the most loyal fanbase, and even if at some point they quit the game, they are bound to return at any time, because almost no other games is like Arknights these days. What else is good about Arknights? Let's see. Oh yeah, the story and the lore is also a banger if you like reading, and the music is quite the slap to our ears. Well, the reading part for stories can be a blast or a curse to some people, but for me it's most likely a blast because I like reading, it saves so much time, and I love to use my brain and imagination to process the story and the world building. But yeah, some people might call it a curse because they hate reading, but for that, at least we have a skip button. So yeah, in conclusion, I like Arknights. I spent a lot of time playing it and become one of my favorites. Arknights anime is coming as well, and I can't wait for that. If you are new to this channel, I need your support. Please subscribe to my channel and see if we can hit 1k subs. I will talk more about video games in the future, and I also interested in stories through different forms like anime, movies, manga, webtoon, and internet stories, which I want to make some videos on in the future. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.